And the king, and again, this is the Antichrist, or that beast, and the king shall do according to his will. And he shall exalt himself and magnify himself above every god, and shall speak marvelous things against the God of gods, and shall prosper till the indignation be accomplished. For that is determined shall be done. What a statement here. This guy is going to say, I am God. In fact, I'm better than all the other gods. Now, doesn't this remind you of 2 Thessalonians 2, where he says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. This is exactly what Daniel 11 is talking about. So here in the New Testament, we see the same thing in the Old Testament, that one day there will be a man that claims to be a God, who claims to be like Jesus, but he will be a false Christ. This false Christ will come before Jesus returns. That's one of the signs. Look at verse 37. Neither shall he regard the God of his fathers, nor the desire of women, nor regard any god, for he shall magnify himself above all. This is somebody that is praising himself, bragging on his own good, and he doesn't, his lineage, what his fathers had as a god, he rejects. Some believe when he says, nor the desire of women, that it's talking about a homo. That this guy would be a reprobate homosexual, and it's certainly possible because we're dealing with somebody that's possessed by the devil. Look at verse 38. But in his estate shall he honor the God of forces, and a God whom his fathers knew not shall he honor with gold and silver and with precious stones and pleasant things. Thus shall he do in the most strongholds with a strange God, whom he shall acknowledge and increase with glory, and he shall cause them to rule over many, and shall divide the land for gain. What a statement in Daniel chapter 11. Go back to Ezekiel chapter 8. So this God of forces, he puts forth this image that is an abomination of desolation. And again, Ezekiel is talking about an image of jealousy, something that God looks at and he's so angry, he's so jealous of it, that it causes him to leave his house. Could you imagine as a husband coming home and your wife has an idol to like another man in the house? Could you imagine? You'd say, what in the world? Well, you'd want to smash that thing, wouldn't you? But imagine that's kind of what God's dealing with. He's saying they are worshiping another God, which is not a God. He is a devil, and they know it, and he knows it, and it provokes God to wrath. So this altar, this image of jealousy in the entry, it makes me think about the Catholic heresy also. If you've ever seen a Catholic temple, boy, there are just statues and idols all around, outside in the courtyard, inside as you come in, on the side by the aisles, so you have somewhere to weep and pray to some piece of wood or piece of rock, And I believe at the end times we'll see this new Jewish temple built, and outwardly it'll be the appearance of a temple built by God's standards or according to the Bible, but inwardly there will be images of jealousy. There will be false gods and strange gods, and the God of forces, so much so that it is called the abomination which maketh desolate. So what happens in Jerusalem will be so wicked inwardly, wicked as hell, totally pagan, that God will flatten it. He will judge it. He will be provoked to anger.